guys, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna talk about some popular authors that I've never read. So some of them are popular mainly here on BookTube or Bookstagram. Some of them I want to get into, some of them I'm not planning to anytime soon. So without further ado, let's get to that list. The first popular author that I've never read is Cassandra Clare. She is a very well-known, very well-loved YA author. So she's obviously mainly known for the Shadowhunter universe. There are so many books in that universe. The whole universe is so large and is still expanding. Cassandra Clare has recently put out her new book, The Chain of Gold, and it's the first book in a new series or trilogy. Not sure how many books are gonna be there, but it is kind of again set in the same universe and following kids or grandkids of some other characters from the earlier series. I remember some of my friends reading it when I was at school. I was not really interested in the story back then. I am not much more interested in the story right now, and to be fair, the length of the series and just the fact that you have to read the original series and the original trilogies before even trying to dive into the new release, it is so overwhelming. Even if I was interested to pick up something new of her, I would still have to go back and reread the original things, and it's really discouraging for someone who has not read anything yet. I think if you were growing up reading those books and you've been in there for years, then Cassandra Clare is probably one of your favorite authors because she's still putting up more stories in the same universe that you've grown up with and with the same characters or kind of connected to the same characters that you've loved. I don't have that, so I personally am not planning to pick up any of Cassandra Clare's new books. Obviously never say never, but at this point in time I can't see myself even picking up the first book in the original trilogy in the idea at the back of my head that I have to go through like 16 different books or whatever amount there is. So yeah, I'm just not really feeling the need to pick up those books. Too long, it's too discouraging, not really interested in them. The next author that I wanted to mention here is Sarah J Maas. I also mentioned on my channel before that I've never read anything by her. Sarah J Maas, she has two main series that are actually finished now as far as I know. She has the Throne of Glass series. I think there are 7 volumes in that one. I don't know what it is about. It is classified as young adults fantasy. From what I heard around that, it has a lot of focus on romance and there's a lot of sexy time in there, and I'm just not about that life anymore. I know that even though the rest of the story I would probably enjoy, I don't want to put myself through having to read for pages and pages of romance. I just know that it's not for me. The same things I heard about the Court series of her. It's just, I feel like these are not the themes that I am particularly interested in reading about, and this is not something that would be entertaining for me. The romance would just annoy the hell out of me, so I just decided not to pick up any of the original 2 series that she put out already. Now she had another new book as well, came out probably in January, I think beginning of this year. It's a beginning of a whole new series. I don't know, I saw some people who normally don't tend to like Sarah J Maas's writing style that they enjoyed that new book in a completely new series, but I still feel like there may be big focus on romance in that one. So I don't know, Crescent City is a maybe for me. The next author that I wanted to mention here is Leigh Bardugo. She is another YA author. However, last year I think she put out an adult book, which is a standalone. This one I'm extremely interested in reading. It's apparently some dark academia, so I really want to read that one. The rest, I had so many bad reviews about Leigh Bardugo's original Grisha trilogy, even though it is on my shelves. But what I'm interested in reading is the thing that follows the Grisha trilogy, which is Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom is. I heard so many good things about that duology, but the catch is in here that I would have to read the original Grisha trilogy because it is set kind of in the same universe, and it is a good kind of background read to have before diving into the duology. So this is why this is on my shelves. It is kind of on my TBR list. It's not on the top priority pile, but I think I would want to get into it at some point. Don't see myself picking it up anytime soon, but Leigh Bardugo, yes, I would definitely very much like to read something of hers in the near future. The next author is Kristin Hannah. So Kristin Hannah is an author that writes historical fiction and contemporary novels. I have 5 of her books on my shelves, haven't even picked up one, but I definitely want to get into them, or at least the most popular ones. Historical fiction is one of my favorite genres, and I know so many people have liked what Kristin Hannah's put out there, and I am feeling kind of embarrassed and ashamed that I haven't even picked it up, even though it's in one of my favorite genres of all times. So definitely Kristin Hannah is up there on my TBR list. The Nightingale is actually in my 20 books for 2020, so I will definitely be reading The Nightingale by the end of this year, and hopefully we'll get to some more of the titles, some more of her books pretty soon. I can't believe I still haven't got into any of her books. The next author is Donna Tartt. She is a very well-known author again, but she hasn't put out that many titles out there. I think as far as I know, there are only 3 books that she's ever released. It's The Secret History, The Goldfinch, and The Little Friend, or something like this. Something like that. I have 2 of them on my shelves, and I am really dying to read them both. Secret History again is on my 20 books for 2020, so the title is in my mug, and I will be picking it up hopefully soon, but definitely by the end of the year. I heard so many good things about Donna Tartt and the way she writes and her stories. I'm really intrigued in picking up her books. I've never had a chance. I don't know why. I just decide to pick up different things, but I'm really interested in picking up her books. And then finally, and this is probably the most embarrassing of all of the ones that I just named, and it is Stephen King. I haven't read anything by Stephen King yet. Generally speaking, I never used to like horror or scary things when I was growing up, and even up to a couple of years ago, I was never really into scary movies or anything like that, and I would get really scared and paranoid if there was something scary in the books. But lately I've been watching more movies that are kind of scary, or horror movies, or like thrillers. I'm getting into scary things, so I would very much like to get into the king of horror. I've seen a couple of movie adaptations of his books. I definitely saw The Shining and It, and I actually liked it. In general, I don't tend to like monsters, vampires, you know, werewolves and all these kind of scary things, but what I really like is like haunted manors or haunted houses, psychological thrillers, or like something that is scary and it can happen. It completely destroys me, but I enjoy it. So Stephen King has found his way back to my list of authors that I never read but I really want to read. I definitely would like to read Pet Sematary, Misery, The Shining, and liked a lot. It's a huge book, so probably shouldn't start with this one. but obviously I don't know anything about Stephen King's writing. So I would very much like you guys to let me know what I should start with when it comes to King. Something not super intense, but also something that will make me scared. So yeah, I'll just write down your recommendations and down below in the comments, because I would very much like to know what I should start with. Okay guys, this is all I've prepared for this video today. Thank you very much for watching and sticking around until the very end. Don't forget to write your Stephen King's book recommendations down below in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for some more bookish content. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again with another video soon. Bye!